because Michael Knowles, who is this fucking guy, you know this guy, he sucks. He's doing a hilarious sexuality term challenge. Try to guess 50%. They're clickbaiting the sexuality quiz, and it probably, I was gonna say it probably did okay. Yeah, there you go. So let's take the sexuality quiz, chat. Okay, maybe we'll know some of them that he doesn't. What do you think?
We have a very sexy video for you today.
Oh.
You're aware that
Very sexy.
the sexual desires and identities and monikers have been multiplying in recent years. Now there are many dozens of them. But most people don't know what they mean. I don't really know what they mean either. But the producers have compiled a list of all the new sexualities.
All the new ones.
I am going to see how many of them I can guess correctly and interpret for our brand new age of Aquarius. Before we begin, this video is sponsored by Ring. No matter your home, Ring has everything you need to protect it. More from them in a minute. First, let's get into this sexy, saucy, risque video.
Oh, are you ready, chat? Hey, chat. What are your sexualities? Just because I'm pretty sure that if Michael Knowles watched this stream, he would not be excited about the very confusing sexualities in chat. He'd be like, "Well, you're not straight. What's happening here?" So what do you got for me? What are your sexualities? We got ace, we got bi, we got aroflux, homosexual, bi gay, ace and aro, a lot of ace, bi, pan, finsexual, straight, non-binary lesbian, pan/gray ace. I could only get off to the one joke. Okay, so you're Dave Rubin. A man really into men. Maybe a Killian? Gynosexual. Okay. Gray ace. Your mom sexual. Straight demi, bi, and gayro, poly pan. See, there we go. We got a little mix there. Not a lot of straights. There's a few of you. Some asexuality is pretty high up here. Pretty high, which is weird considering how much sexual tension there is between us, chat. Pretty weird. But how dare you with the hets? Anyway, so Michael Knowles, let's see what's sexy. What's the next sexy one? And do we know?
Abrosexual.
Abrosexual. Not one person in here said abrosexual. Not one person. I guess we got to look it up. So we'll do this. We'll abrosexual. Let's see what happens. Okay, so abrosexuality is having different levels of sexual or romantic attraction throughout your life. Wow. That just sounds like a person. Sounds like a person. And this doesn't seem like someone would describe as abrosexual. It sounds rather that this is abrosexuality, similar to like allosexuality, which is people that, just a general term for people that experience sexual attraction. I don't know that.
Man, I thought I was going to start with some words that I knew, because I was fine at Latin as a kid. I wasn't that good.
Sounds super normal, by the way.
But I could kind of guess some of the words. But the abrosexual, someone whose sexual interest
is in bros,
waxes and wanes over time. I'm going to go with that.
Wait, why is he? So is the joke here that he actually can intuit this? Or does he know the prefix, the abro? Like what? Abro prefix, is that a thing that people know? No. It comes from the Greek word for delicate and graceful. Yeah. Okay. So he looks like he's got a little producer ear here going on.
Hey, baby, now we're talking. Abrosexual describes someone whose sexuality is fluid or changeable. For example, one day they may identify as asexual.
Okay, so this definition seems to be up or down, but okay.
How do you mean? Now we're talking.
So it's the gender fluidity of sexuality. It changes day to day, but that's just what libido is. So I don't know.
The next is a lesbian. The next is pansexual.
Oh, okay. So this is more than libido. This is it just jumps around. Okay, I guess yeah. I have never heard anyone identify as such, but seems like a thing that could happen, sure.
Abrosexual people can fluctuate between all sexualities or just a few. The timing between fluctuations
Interesting.
can also...
The definition we read seemed like on a longer time scale, like I said, over life. This seems more like day-to-day. Okay.
vary. The other reality of abrosexuality, like if you wanted to translate that into English, would be a degenerate.
A degenerate? Wait, why? Wait, what? What? I'm sorry to find. I'm failing to see the degeneracy part. What happened there? What the fuck? Why'd he get so mad? Yeah, that seems aggressive. Okay.
I'm really using that word specifically, or I'm not saying that anyone who has any aberrant kind of sexual desire or something is a degenerate or anything like. But if you
an aberrant sexual desire, you like to fuck stuff with tentacles. Am I right, chat?
Just titillated.
I hate being titillated.
By anything and everything, and it might just change at any given time, and you just do whatever titillates you at any moment. That is about
That's not what that said.
Degenerated as you can possibly.
No, that's not what that.
be.
That's not what the definition was. It didn't say that you're titillated at all times by everything. It said that one day you might be attracted to the ladies, and one day you might be attracted to the fellas, but not necessarily attracted to the ladies and the fellas on the same day. You know what I mean? Okay. All right.
Next up, androphilic.
Androphilic. Well, I'm assuming that means someone that wants to pork androgynous folks.
Means you like men, I would assume.
Androgynous, right?
Referring to men.
Maybe.
And
could be. I guess I assumed androgyny, but whatever.
Referring to something that you like. You like dudes, am I right?
I like men.
Androphilic or androsexual describes someone who is
There you go.
primarily
Yeah, he was
attracted
right.
to masculinity. Bingo,
Yeah, I know it meant that, but you know how some of these are, right?
baby. These terms are particularly useful for people who identify outside of the gender binary.
Aren't I supposed to be the big wokey that knows all these things, Mike? You know what I mean? Huh. Seems a little odd that you're winning. You shouldn't win. This shouldn't be a thing that you win.
As unlike terms like gay or lesbian.
I thought I was supposed to
refer
know all
only
the
to
answers to this
presentation of
because of kind of the indoctrination and shit. And I got the shot and stuff, and it hooked me up to the 5G, and they downloaded all the wokey stuff into my brain, right?
and someone is attracted to, and not the person themselves. Well, actually, it does both things, right? Because what it does is takes the burden off of you to acknowledge that you are a man or a woman over the person
Wait, what? How is he? This is the part that he gets wrong. How is? Okay, all right. I just don't know where he gets to these parts.
who would describe himself as androphilic. But it also takes the burden off of you to correctly identify whether the person you're attracted to is a man or a woman. Because what you're assuming here is that sex can't really be known and we can identify however we want.
Tyrannosaurus, did you just call your boyfriend a normie? Hilarious.
So you could look at some super butch lesbian and be attracted to that person and still be androphilic because they're presenting in a way that's quite masculine, even if they are a chickie.
Okay. Is that bad? You know what the worst part about that is? When you said chickie, I don't like that. I don't like that very much.
This would make sense because when I first saw the term androphilic, I thought it just means you're a gay guy, right? But no, it means you're a gay guy or a straight woman or one of these other things where you pretend you're not a man or a woman, but you still like men, or one of these other things where you're any of those groups, but you just like short haircuts and, I don't know, people who smoke cigars and like chop down trees or something.
My wife's in love with a female lumberjack.
Classic Portland.
Okay, next one. Demisexual.
Okay, chat. How many demi people do we have in tonight? Looks like so holiday. Shout out demis. Look at you guys. Look at you guys go. You guys are attracted to me. Yep. Because we have a deep and intense emotional bond. Which is demisexuality. Demisexuality is actually kind of cute, actually. of the sexualities, let me just say, Demi, pretty cute, right? Like, my pee-pee go boing sometimes. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. Being in love with somebody make pee-pee go boing better. But pee-pee go boing. You know what I mean? The fact that you need a deep emotional connection to somebody to even feel sexual attraction to them, I think might be the most romantic goddamn sexuality you could have. Just tossing that out there.
Demisexual. That is where you are attracted to Demi Moore. This would have described me in the 1990s, but these days things are a little more questionable, I guess, on that front. Demisexual. Is that like where...
What? So is he not attracted to Demi Moore anymore? Is it on account of her not... Is she no longer desirable, Michael? I don't know what he was trying to imply. Demi Moore, 2021. Demi Moore, looking like a woman. Let me find you a picture here. I mean, I don't. Are we upset about? Okay. I mean, I guess she's just older than you. That's yeah. Looks fine. Okay. All right.
where you're bisexual, but only, exclusively toward one sex at any given time. So perhaps a demisexual person is someone who says, this week I'm only attracted to men, and then next week I'm only going to be attracted to women.
That's how it works. You declare it, and then you have set your sexual predispositions to a preset sort of thing. Like, so on every Monday, it's sort of like, oop, new time to want to fuck, and then you spin it on like a board. That's how sexuality works, chat. Everybody knows it. All of you know it. And if you disagree, you're a degenerate. Right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Someone who only experiences sexual attraction to someone once they've created a romantic or platonic relationship with them.
Yeah.
I'm only attracted to people that I've at least met once. And I've shaken their hand. Okay.
That's not what that means
either. Kind of gets back to that first issue, I think, of you're not just going to shove anything that crosses your path. You at least need to say hello to them first. Okay. Finsexual. This is where you are attracted either to very beautiful Scandinavian people or the...
I mean, I am attracted to beautiful Scandinavian people, chat. This is being attracted to femme folks, right? Just being attracted to the femmes, right? Any finsexuals in chat? Quinn's findexual, which is close. Finland is not in Scandinavia. Well, the Finnish and Scandinavians can get some. You know what I mean? What's this man's name? Oh, this is Michael Knowles. It says it right behind him the whole time we've been watching this. Just being attracted to femininity? Right, so yeah. Oh, Knowles.
The very uppermost part of fish.
'Cause I know that I'm a gay fish.
I think. Is that right? The exclusive sexual attraction to those who are feminine in nature. Okay. I wasn't going to get this anyway, so I don't mind. Feminine in nature. I thought nature doesn't exist.
What?
I thought the nature's it's all changeable and it's all malleable and socially constructed.
I think it's really fascinating when people exclude humanity out of the cycle of naturalness because we can understand it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? We understand that things are natural and unnatural. Something that would occur without manipulation. And then we can't socialize within that without that being a natural, or wow, that's a natural, we naturally have adapted to things. Does that make sense? We're part of this. I don't know. We prove nature's not real. I guess you're right. Maybe I'm fighting too hard here. Maybe nature just doesn't exist. Maybe we've been lied to our whole lives, chat. But nature is a word. That's true. And so is they, but only plurally. I'm looking at yous. Looking at you theys out there. How dare you singularize my words? Nature's gay. Nature's pretty gay, that's true. There's birds that can just fuck themselves now and make babies.
This means finsexual people are attracted to women, feminine aligned, and/or feminine presenting non-binary people and potentially feminine men. So they actually don't mean nature, right? If it were feminine in nature refers to how you're born, right? The word like nato, like I am how you were born, right? Natal would be a word.
I gotta be honest, finsexual sounds really, really what I got going on. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of the ladies. And not just the ladies, like just femme people in general, like non-binary femme people. You know what I mean?
Born. But this actually doesn't care about how you're born. You could be a dude, but if you just pretend to be a woman, then if you're attracted to that person, you would be attracted to people who are feminine in nature. But it's not, it's actually...
Although I do think that maybe it has a little bit more broad of a definition than straight or lesbian. Does that make sense? Like, it has a little bit wider lens just socially. So
socially constructed. So it would actually be Fisk.
You don't know if the slurping is helping me.
Asexual.
What do you mean you don't think the slurping is helping me? I started this stream late because I was fucking. I think the slurp's doing just fine. Just fine. Yeah.
Well, this is like, sometimes people are attracted to one race or the other.
Oh,
you're attracted to one race more than other races. Very often this is because people are attracted to people who look more like them.
Gray sexual is something to do with the ace spectrum. I don't know what it means specifically. I feel like it means that, like, you're just somewhere on the ace spectrum and maybe you don't have, like, a specific title, or maybe it's just a lot more general. That's why I make my nails so long, only so Jake will find my feminine hands attractive. That's right. That's right. Fem up, peeps. I'm trying to, apparently I'm into fingernails. A lot. The ace spectrum gets a little esoteric. Well, yeah, of course it does. And so, I mean, sexuality in general kind of does, right? Because I'm not straight the same way anybody else is straight. You know what I mean? I'm attracted to different people and things and stuff.
Yeah, it's not racist if a Japanese person is mostly attracted to Japanese people.
Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit.
So there's some white people who are, just mostly attracted to white people. Some black people who are mostly just attracted to black people. But a gray sexual.
Mike.
I'm going to say, very basically, this is someone whose sexual identity is essentially ambiguous. People who experience limited sexual attraction. They experience sexual attraction very rarely or with very low intensity, also known as gray ace, or is that grayachi, like Liberace? He also was probably identified somewhere on the spectrum as well. So it's gray. It's not.
You think Liberace identified somewhere on the ace spectrum? Huh.
Gray, like it's between these two poles of, you're straight or you're gay or you're trans or you're, you know what sex you are. It's gray in the sense that it's a little dimmer. You're not as vibrantly sexually attracted to people, but you're not completely without sexual attraction. I suspect gray sexual just means you are not like a sex and porn addict. I think it just means you're a normal, chaste person.
Buddy. That was weird. And also, the thought of being chaste is just made me want to gag, Ugh. It's just awful. Imagine. Oh, couldn't be me. Just, I can't be. What the fuck does chaste mean? It means not fucking. It means having chastity. It means, reserving your seed. Okay, chat. Don't let them take your seed. That's where you keep your gumption. All right? Gumption's stored in the balls right next to the pee.
Which increasingly is very difficult to be because these days the culture is so saturated in porn and hookup culture and swipe culture and all this stuff that people are just constantly titillated, which is...
Look, buddy. Okay, I'm constantly titillated. Okay? Constantly. I've never not been titillated, chat. Look at me. I'm fucking plump right now. I actually have thin lips. I'm just aroused at all times, so I got some smoochers. You know what I mean? but I'm not a big porn enjoyer. Porn has not been like a reason for titillation for me in some time. I don't think porn is a bad thing. I just don't. It just doesn't. It doesn't satisfy me. It's a. I don't know. What is it? It's an ice cube when I wanted ice cream, The cream.
Intentional, by the way, because the more titillated you are, the more easy you are to sell products to. This is when people say sex sells. That's what they mean.
Yeah. I bought this specifically because I wanted to fuck it. The Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Because it just tastes so good while having 0 calories. And no sugar at all. Get rewards at drpepper.com. I'm not sponsored by these people. I should be. I endorse their product. If it's not Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar, it's probably a seltzer. I'd really like to get paid by Dr. Pepper. I'll take your money. I'll take it. If Destiny can sell NFTs, I can get sponsored by Dr. Pepper because I actually drink it.
That's why they put scantily clad women up on billboards. But you're also easier...
Or beans. I'm not eating the beans. Get the idea of the beans. Okay, look. These beans will be on my desk forever. No one will pay for these beans to be eaten ever again. It's never going to happen. And I will... Every day I look at these beans and I scoff. No one will buy these beans. I will never eat them. They're awful. Just terrible. It's old. It's dusty at this point. How good? These are only good till April 2023. So if no one, I think as we approach April 2023, if these are still uneaten, I'll really be pushing it, and like we'll count down to April. We'll see what happens, and we'll probably be forced to eat them right at the expiration date.
to control politically. Gray sex, that's good. I like gray sexual. That's actually a pretty good one to be. Not you don't want it to be. You just want it to be a reasonable intensity of sex, but you're still in command of your will. You know, when you want to be in command, not just of your will, but of your home, I would recommend.
Is this going to be a sponsorship? Cool, man. How about we skip that? Dope. Yeah, why don't we keep going? I'll keep on going.
Keep your friends safe in part because it's like.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why don't we keep? Yeah.
Ring.com.
Sure, man.
Involves attraction to
what?
lady. Gynophilic. Okay.
Oh yeah,
well, I would imagine that
you like the
involves attraction.
Like a giner, do you, chat?
To,
Jake, I'm buying those from you. You're not spending. You're not. These beans cost $1,000. None of you are buying that. The price is set there specifically so you never do it. Okay? But it happened once. It did happen once. Which is why it's got to be on here. But none of you are going to spend that much money on that because you're smart. Right? Why would you do something so stupid? Not a single one of you will do this, and that's absolutely fine with me. So, beans are going to stay over there. You could keep your $1,000 and spend it on something worth it instead of just watching me choke down beans. Why would you want that?
lady parts. Is that fair? Gynosexual, someone who's primarily romantically, sexually, or aesthetically attracted to femininity.
That's probably me, actually, though. I'm that. This is me. Femininity. What happened with the first $1,000? It went into my bank account, and then I used it to pay bills. I don't know. It's my job. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think when? What? I don't know.
Okay. All right. That was an easy one. Next. Lithosexual.
I don't know this one.
Up batteries.
I don't know.
You look at a nice AA from Duracell and you say like, oh, baby, you come here often. Lithosexual.
Sorry, I meant the beans. Oh, I ate them cold out of the can. I had the Dr. Pepper beans. I was like, I don't want to eat these, and I showed everybody. And then they paid me $1,000 to eat the beans because I didn't want to eat the beans, and I suffered, for a long time, and it hurt bad. Yeah. Anyway, so what's a lithosexual?
Were you're attracted to people who can just keep going and going and going and going?
That's me, baby!
Is that maybe it? I don't know. Show me. The person who may experience sexual attraction but does not want it reciprocated. Also known as an acoisexual.
So, this is actually interesting. This definitely happens to people, right? I don't know that they had the words to understand it, but like this is a thing that I think people feel from time to time, right? If we all chip in $3.33, we can hit that easy. Well, it's got to be one person doing it. That's the point. It's got to be a one single donation event, $1,000.
So you're I guess it would be sort of like a masochist thing. Like maybe it's a masochist thing where you like the girl, but you don't want her to like you. You know, this would be like whips and chains, right? Pretty weird though. Definitely either way, pretty weird. Neptunic. Wow,
Neptunic? Never heard of that. Do you just really like fucking stuff in the sea? Or you like you like fish boys? Is this liking fish boys? I don't know what this is. Does anybody know what this is? I've never heard of this. Time to go fund the beans? Ugh. Bet it's underwater? You only want to fuck underwater? I think this is people that like the shape of water and want to fuck that fish boy. Isn't it MLM? That's a Killian. Like Achilles. I understand why maybe you'd mix up Neptune and Achilles.
These are actually much harder than I thought they would be.
I think you want to fuck fish boys.
Neptunic, where you're attracted to the Greek god of the sea, or maybe it has something to do with some weird astrology thing about like, hey man, are you a Virgo?
Oh, that could be it.
Maybe
that's it.
Basically, every date in Los Angeles begins that way. Neptune. I'm gonna say it has
Jason Momoa sexual. Every time Jason Momoa comes up, I love the joke. It was like a tweet, and someone said, Jason Momoa's name is the sound you make when you see Jason Momoa. Great joke.
Something to do with the ocean. That's my best guess. The attraction to women, feminine, non-binary people, and neutral non-binary people, as opposed to those really biased non-binary people, can also be described as attraction to all except men and or masculine-aligned non-binary people.
This is very similar to the last one, but that sounds like me as well.
That's kind of funny because the Roman god Neptune is super Chad. He's like very, very masculine. So that is weird that if you're a Neptunic person,
well, maybe Neptune. Maybe it's representing Neptune.
You don't like men. Now, you know, the idea that in your sexuality you should discriminate against masculine men. I think that's just called political correctness, right? I mean, that's
what? No one's saying that you can't be attracted to masculine men. It's totally fine, you know, if you guys find masculine men attractive.
That's just taken as the ordinary stance.
You guys got, sorry, I just gotta grab my mace, you know, because I'm so masculine. You know, yeah, you know, if you're attracted to this, you know, there's nothing wrong with you. All right, nothing. You're valid. You're a valid person. Ninsexual, I have no clue. It's yellow.
Ninsexual, where you're attracted to ninnies.
I'm a cotton-headed ninny muggins.
I don't know what nin.
Nin is like Finn, but non-binary. Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
As if I say it multiple times, that will just somehow trigger something for me. Ninsexual. Asexual means you're not attracted to anybody. Ninsexual is, I'll say it's like ninnies.
Ninsexual is an attraction to Trent Reznor. Fuck. Someone gift Haunted Kid a fucking song. That's a good joke. Nice.
So you're attracted to stupid people. I don't know, why not? The exclusive attraction to those who are non-binary.
You
the
did
nature
it.
thing, I should have known that.
Good job.
Non-binary in nature. This includes people who are non-binary, neutral, hello. Agender, and anyone who
Tyrant is yours. Thanks for giving Haunted Kid. Yeah.
whose gender or
Thank you so much.
presentation is androgynous. Ninny. It means you're a ninny, is what it is. Okay, next. Uranic.
Uranic. It's going to be the opposite of Neptunic.
I bet this is sort of like Neptunic. I'm going to say this is you're attracted to everyone but women. Like you're female presenting. Right? I'm going to say it's kind of like the opposite of Neptunic. Yeah, baby. All right, back in it. The attraction to men,
We
masculine,
did it. Context
non-binary people,
clues.
and neutral,
We
non-binary
did it, Mike.
people.
I'm ahead by
would
one
like to
still,
know
for the record.
what
Or
a
two. I'm ahead by two.
neutral, non-binary person is.
I-
Can also be
I
described
think
as
we're in
attraction to
victory
all
here.
except women and or feminine
Right? Wait. No, he was leading by two. I caught up. I think we're even.
aligned non-binary people. Nailed it.
Non-binary.
Nailed it. What was the last one? How many? Do we know how many I got right? We never even got to the sissies, the cisgender people, who are just the people
That's me.
who know what sex they are. We never got to that.
Well, I think every person knows what sex they are, right? For the most part. Like, there's a pretty good shot, you know your sex. And I don't know if Michael knows this, but usually, being trans, along with that comes a particularly acute case of understanding just exactly what your sex is and why it doesn't feel very good. You know? Huh.
We never got to the heterosexual people.
That's me as well. Sort of. I guess. Because of non-binary people. But, like, yeah, I'm straight. I think, for all intents and purposes, I'm straight. I don't like peepees, and I don't like masculinity. So, I'm just pretty much a cishet dude, bro. That's just what it is.
Do they even get a flag? Do we? I say they. Gosh, what am I saying about myself? Do we
Let's do a gay joke? All right.
even get a flag? No, I don't think we do.
I'm pretty sure we have a straight flag. It's the yellow and black shit, right? Am I learning that I'm Neptunic? I don't know, dude. Maybe.
What's amazing is we've gone on now for a very long time
Cishet
talking
dude, bro.
about all
Yep,
these
that's
various
me.
Flavors of sexuality, some of which even sounded kind of French, like neutral. And we didn't scratch the surface. Even 5 years ago on Facebook, there
white
were
and
56
black.
genders. How many more are there? How many more hours and hours and days of woke content could we possibly get out of this? I don't know. Submit your favorite.
Do you want more content, Mike? Hey, Mike, do you want more content? Come have a chat with me, buddy. Me and Michael Knowles talking about life. Can we do the Jake and Mike show? Mike and Jake. I'll let you go first. We can call it the Mike and Jake show. Yep. And we'll have a conversation about stuff. It'll be hilarious. You'd love it. You'll learn so much about stuff. You know?
Sexualities. And I'll see you all out there. Fortunately, I won't see you on the dating apps because I'm a married man who came to maturity before all this insanity came out. To the rest of you who are young and single and still out there, good luck.
Damn. He married and then that was it. That was it for him. He's content, dude. Doesn't have to do nothing. Wah, 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 wah. Ten-second cleanse.
Like no problem.
Yeah.
Right? Not afraid at all.
Not
That's a great
afraid
cat
at all.
right there.
That's a great cat right there. Hell yeah. Is that Shoe on Head's dad? Huh? Any Long Islanders out there? Huh? Anyway. His take on the lethosexuals pissed me off so much. Where it's so weird where he gets the definition of it, and then at the end, oh fuck, it scared me. I did not mean to do that. But some of you OGs might know exactly what's about to happen here. Yeah, and then he would just go bananas and say weird shit that doesn't really apply to the definition he just read out loud. You know what I mean? Yeah, weird guy. I also didn't dismount from the Michael Knowles thing. I'm sorry. That's the end of the Michael Knowles thing. I smoked a little weed, so it sort of fucked it up.